wrong, then please stop me.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Here again is McKinnon, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Rodgers now on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, 82 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
There's Garoppolo to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
We are going. Check. Down left, down. Jumbo! Oko, over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Box it. What a 50.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
319, 158. Leo, 58. 850.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. This is caught with a catch right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Crosby puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, Garoppolo. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's second level.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Caught on the right side by Adams. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Got his target, Pierre Garçon. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurate where he throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, it's got to throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he He was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. This will be caught at about the 5. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
319.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Hey, come on. 21.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And Gold is able to put it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Being chased down and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Yeah, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first op.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Caught left side, Garcon. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He finds McKinnon, complete, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on second down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Williams. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to play. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. He's still barreling through. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff. But still,
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
All right.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby on now to kick it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big?
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gold now out to kick it away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. So this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And left side here, it's Graham. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, 626. Go.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now, 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Crosby on now to kick it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Garoppolo. That is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Go ahead. 12.
Now Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum's definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Rodgers going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Jump out. 850. Yeah, live. Jeff.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Over.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's taught at Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
319 to 9. Hey, we are going. Excellent. Way up.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Crosby on now to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
McKinnon. He finds some open field here. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Garoppolo now. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Next one. Same leg. Well, hey, 626.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Here's a toss coming right. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Wide open receiver complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, whether it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 45 yards on the ground. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, come on.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's McKinnon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. He's going to air one out. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.